Okay, so picking up where we left off. So this is the Five of Pentacles reversed, and it's like I said, it's like someone coming out of being left out in the cold, because when you can decipher, pick and choose, kind of like make decisions and select easily, this is like just going about your life and being easily able to tell what's for you and what's not. And whenever you are able to do that and to make these decisions, you're basically turning your back on things that would eventually or inevitably leave you feeling with that lack feeling, leave you feeling with that out on the cold feeling. Because if you were to take things that were not for you and accept things that you knew were not for you, you would then regret that in the future, because that was not meant for you. So you're recognizing the pattern here, or they are, and it's like walking away from that old pattern that you did, accepting things that were not for you even though you knew. So some people do that, for example, when something is comfortable, they go back to something that's comfortable even though something else is calling them. They want to stay with the comfortable familiar, but was that comfortable familiar ever giving you what you really needed, what you really wanted, what you really, what your heart was calling you toward? Now, I see you being open here in the present. You're open for different possibilities. And I don't see anything in the present moment necessarily coming in, but let's check out the future. So in the future, we've got the Five of Pentacles, and this is less conflict, okay? Looking at things the way you look at them now, seeing things the way you see them now, it is reducing your stress. It is reducing inner conflict or inner turmoil. It's causing more inner peace because of this. There's this knowing, okay? Do you see that light around his head? He or she, gender not specific, but the Hanged Man here has a light, a glowing light around their head. It's like a knowing. It's like when you know something, you believe it, right? You believe it, you know it as true. You accept it, and with acceptance there's peace. So there's like a warmth or an inner knowing or a peace here, just from the fact that the way you see it has now changed. And since you see it differently, it's now rippling. It's a kind of like a rippling effect. It's rippling into other areas of your life, and it's making everything just kind of flow and work better. Now, we do have the Ten of Pentacles reversed. However, even though money might be tight, so let's say, for example, let me give you an example. Okay, let's say that you have this job that you were doing for years and years and years, and it was that comfortable, right? It's not what your heart wants. Your heart wants to leave the job and to start a business, for example. This is just an example. When you leave that job, you're giving up that immediate sense of financial security. Because when you start a business, you're going to have to put a lot of time and effort and into this, and sometimes the rewards don't come right away. You actually have to put down some money to start this business. Not always, but sometimes. So if it's not like that immediate payout, then that might feel like you're losing something, but in actuality there's a victory here in this situation, okay? Because of the fact that you're turning your back on that job and you're like setting off in a new direction, and I'm just saying job, but whatever it is that you're turning your back on, you're not accepting it. You're saying no. So no deal. You're not taking it. It's like I'm getting that Deal or No Deal. Remember that show? And they are like, no deal. And they close that box because that's not enough for you. So you're going out to seek something that you truly want, that truly will bring you happiness, because you know that's not doing it for you. And it's kind of like, or that amount of money you're just not happy with, and that's fine, because you're going to set out and you're going to do something different, and you're going to make even more. You're going to be wealthy and abundant and successful and victorious in this situation. Whatever the situation is, it looks like some of you might be going toward a Libra, not necessarily. Some of you possibly are leaving one job to do something else, like I said. So you're leaving something that wasn't fulfilling you, and you're going toward, some of you are going back to school. Some of you may be even going into like law. So some of you might be going to school, law school, or something related to that. Some of you might have a court date coming up, and you're going to be victorious. Now you might have to pay out some money. There may be like a loss of money, but you're going to be victorious in the outcome here. I see like a reflective type energy that I'm feeling right now, and it's almost like whatever you put out, you get back. So whatever you put out, you get back. So if you put out your effort, you're going to receive that effort. Okay? If you don't put out any effort, you're not going to get anything back. But you are taking the literal action required to, whether you're spending the money, like you spend money to make money. So for example, if you are working on that business, like I said, you are putting your time, you're investing your money, let's say it's like just like a clothing store, for example. You're going to have to buy that inventory. You're going to have to put in that time, and that all is going to pay off in the long run. So in the future, I see you're getting back what you put out. So be careful what you put out there, because you get that back. So if you're putting out that, let's say you're putting out that you want something, but you're accepting something else less than what you want, then you're just going to get that. You're going to end up with less than what you want. So, but I see you being victorious in this situation. So I see that you're moving past that situation, and whatever, you might have been experiencing some financial hardships, some of you, and I see you coming out on top. I see you moving past that. I see, you're in more control of your manifestation than you think you are. So you have the power right there inside of you. You see how the magician is holding the wand? You have the power. You've had the power all along. And it's like, here in the future, kind of realizing, that you had the power all along. You were never stuck. You can take the blindfold off and slip out of those ropes and walk right through those swords. You have the Chariot here, so it's like you have the ultimate power to make the decision. So that is very empowering once you realize that. And this is how that situation is going to work for you, because you will realize that you don't see it in the past, but in the future you see it. And some of you may be already noticing it now, that you have more power, you have more ability than you realize, and it comes with your decision making process. So be careful, and it comes with what you put out there, what you get back. So be careful what you put out there, because you don't want to tell the universe, hey, I want this, but then accept, say for example, I want a new business, and then accept a position an old comfortable one that has nothing to do with that, because that is misleading. That looks as if you're not wanting. Just be careful what you put out there, is what I'm getting. Now, from Find Your Happy, you got card number 43, which is I deserve better, and which you do deserve better. So just, you've got to, really believe that you do deserve better. But let me read that card, and it's card number 43. And I am sorry, I am moving all around trying to do this with one hand. I have moved recently, and my little tripod stand that holds the camera, I can't find it, and I am having to hold it. So hopefully I'll be able to get through unpacking and locate it soon, so that the next reading I can have both hands. I deserve better. The things we do for ourselves are sometimes really done for the benefit of those around us. When we work toward making others happy by changing part of ourselves, we end up subconsciously making ourselves unhappy. This card is representation that you are sacrificing your true self in an area of your life. Look closely and stop overshadowing the truth with... Oh, I lost the page. With habits and fears. You deserve better. Look carefully at all of your relationships and see who you are pretending to be in order to make others happy. This can be in your relationship with yourself as well. Stop the negative self-talk and transform it with compassion. It is time to respect yourself and believe in your worth. So what comes to mind is there's a situation in my life, there's something that I want to do. And because someone else in my life doesn't want to do that, then I'm kind of putting that on hold and not doing that. It's just, I want to, I'd like to get an RV and kind of travel. And so since someone who lives with me doesn't want to do that, I'm kind of not doing that. So sometimes you have to make decisions where, it's best for everyone, and you do have to compromise, but sometimes, you need to do what's best for you. And so you have to look at this situation, and you deserve better. So that's my particular situation, but it's going to be different for each and every one of you. So, and you're going to know how to handle that situation as well, and what's best for you. Now, I hope this reading reaches someone it's meant for, and I hope this helped, and I will be back to do another reading at some point soon. I'm going to start offering personal readings, so you can look in the description box, and sometimes I'll put songs in there if they come through, or any quotes or information, and also information on how to order a personal reading, and I will be back soon. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks.